So I have some gold jewelry here. I have a couple bracelets, a necklace, some pendants, a few gold rings here. They're all gold. And I'm going to sweep the Legend coil over these targets here. I'm just going to change frequencies into the lower frequencies, the mid frequencies, and the high frequencies, and then the multi-frequencies. And I'm gonna raise the coil up here a little bit. I'm just gonna put this plastic dish over it so I can stay the same distance from the target here. So my number one recommendation for you, if you want to get jewelry, you know, if you're hunting on land like in parks or whatnot, and you're hunting in parks or whatnot, if you want jewelry, just take the big coil off and put the small coil on, or a mid-size coil. They're coming out with some new size coils with Legend here pretty soon. The big coils, you are digging out way less targets because it's harder to pinpoint. You have to swing slower. It's harder to tell the depth. And you're just digging out fewer targets. To get gold jewelry, or just gold in general, or just jewelry in general, you have to dig out a lot of junky targets. And the more targets that you dig out, the more jewelry you're gonna find. You're gonna find way less jewelry with the big coil because you're digging out a lot less targets. It takes you a lot longer to pinpoint your targets and extract your targets out. So I'll turn the detector on here, and I'll just try a few targets here. Pile of gold stuff right there. And I'll start with a necklace right here, or a bracelet, 14 karat. Pop and dial it back here. I do have a big coil on, so I'm gonna have to dial it back to 20. Start out multi-1 here. This is not a depth test. This is just a frequency test, and I'll just show you. Right, this is multi-1 here. The only thing that I'm changing here is the frequencies, not any other settings. Multi-1, this is multi-2. Huge difference, humongous difference right there. Did you guys notice that? Multi-2 is a higher frequency. It's weighted towards a higher frequency, so it's gonna really hit those low conductors a lot better and a lot deeper. Go to multi-3 here. Nothing. Not even a peep on it. The only thing that I'm changing here is just the frequencies. So I'll go to 4 kilohertz. Nice and quiet. Nothing. Right. Not even. Oh, actually, I'll crank it up high here. 30 gain. Still, even at 30 gain, not even touching that gold bracelet. Not even touching it. I'll have to dial it back here. It's way too high. So I'll go back down to 20 or 19. 10 kilohertz. Nope. Not gonna hit it. 15 kilohertz. I'm starting to hit it. 20 kilohertz. Look at that. Smooth tone, no EMI. I can even go up higher on my gain here. 25 gain here, 26 inward. Look at how much smoother that is. Smooth tones on this target. Sure, it's reading in the iron range, right? 14, 11. It's really close to iron range. 40 kilohertz. A lot of EMI on this frequency here. Now I'll go to the multi-frequency, watch. Right? So with multi-frequency, you have to drop your gain way down, and that is decreasing your depth a lot. Right? Still, even at full gain, not even hitting that in multi-1. Not even touching it. Multi-2 here, too much EMI. Right? So I have to drop my gain way down, way here, 16. Right? You see that? Single frequency really gets through the EMI, and you can raise your gain up a lot more, and you can go way deeper with single frequency, right? It's just, I've shown you guys time and time hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos showing you proof that the single frequency on this detector is outperforming the multi-frequency. Maybe if you're on the beach, the multi-frequency will do a lot better, but in the parks, when you're around EMI, you are going to have to run in single frequency if you want to go deep and get deeper targets, right? Small gold ring here. There's a multi-2 right here. It's doing really good. It's reading at 11. 11. Multi-2. There's multi-3. Nothing, right? Not even nothing. Not even a squeak on it, right? Because I'm changing, the frequencies are weighted towards the lower frequencies in the multi-3. So I'll go to 4 kilohertz. Quiet, look at that, no EMI, but it's not hitting it, right? Because it's the lower frequencies, right? It's a small gold ring there. 10 kilohertz. Nothing. See, this is how quiet it is. Super quiet. 15 kilohertz. See, 15 kilohertz is hitting that now. Right? And it's just quiet. Right? I can even go up higher on my gain. Watch this. 23 gain, yeah. Watch this. I'll put the small coil on here. Humongous difference, people, right? Humongous difference here. I'll show you the reason why I've been using the small coil. It's just so much easier to use, man. You can learn so much faster because you're digging out more targets. The more targets that you dig out of the ground, the more you're learning about that detector. When you're getting like 2 targets out per hour, you're really not learning much with that detector because you're not getting targets out of the ground, right? You're learning when you're digging. Yeah, it might cover less area, but you can swing faster and you can cover more ground with a smaller coil. Watch, it's the same setting. We're just going crazy with these same settings here with that large coil. I'll just turn it on here. The same settings. Go up high gain here. 15 kilohertz. Right? 15 kilohertz. Look at how much better that's coming out with this small coil jacked up. The gain jacked up than that big coil with my sensitivity down low, right? I'll even go into the higher frequencies. Watch this. Full gain right here. Right? Smack on that little tiny gold ring out. Big time. Stable. Stable, right? 40 kilohertz. Multi-1, right? Multi-frequency, I gotta drop my gain down, right? 19. Look at how much better this small coil is hitting that ring than with the big coil. See, right? Again, there's another more proof that the small coil is outperforming the big coil on the jewelry. Right? Multi-2, smacking it out. Multi-3, it's still not touching it. Multi-3, right? Multi-3 is just really not geared. It's still hitting it a little bit, but 4 kilohertz, nothing. 10 kilohertz, it's touching it just a little teeny bit. And with the big coil, it wasn't even touching it in 10 kilohertz. It only started touching it in 15 kilohertz. 27 gain here. 10 kilohertz. So I can raise the sensitivity a lot higher with this small coil. Are you guys seeing the patterns here? Are you seeing the patterns? I'll put this bracelet right here. I'll go to 15 kilohertz. $20 kilohertz. 40 kilohertz. This is Park program, by the way. 40 kilohertz. Smooth, right? You try that with a big coil, not gonna happen. Multi 1, multi 2, multi 3, multi 3 is just not hitting it. 4 kilohertz, probably nothing. 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 Yeah, nothing. 10 kilohertz. Really jumpy there. Not really doing very well on that. I'll go to field program. Multi 1. Smashing it. Multi 2. Smashing it. Multi 3. It's hitting it just a little bit. Multi 3 is hitting it a little bit here. If I try to put that big coil in field program here, it just go all over the place, right? You can power these small coils up really. You can really crank it up, right? Literally, they're the same power that you put into the coil, but you don't have to use so many filters on this small coil, right? Look at that, smashing it. And multi 3 here, right? It's touching it in multi 3. 10 kilohertz. Smashing it. 15 kilohertz, not doing very good there. 20 kilohertz, yeah, smashing it. 40 kilohertz, of course. Go to beach program here. Wet. Nope, not gonna hit it. Wet. Wet is not doing it. Dry. Not doing very well on the gold. Not doing very well on the gold right there. You guys saw that. I can test some other gold here too. I'll test a small gold bracelet here, or a pendant and a necklace here. Very small. I found this with the Nokta Legend. That was my first gold with the Nokta Legend there. I think it was like the first week or so I got this detector. I found a lot of gold with this detector, man. A lot of gold. Many gold rings. So I'll go to Park program. Multi 1. Can't believe it's hitting that. It's crazy. Multi 2. Just calling it iron right there. Multi 3. No. Let's go with 15 kilohertz. Smooth. Look at that. The multi-frequency is just so erratic that you just don't know what is what. You know, you're getting multiple tones there. You know, it's the two frequencies are just going like this. They're banging each other's heads. So you know which one's going to give the tone for it? Which frequency, right? The single frequency. Listen to this. Solid tone, man. The single frequency is just bam, 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 right? 20 kilohertz. 40 kilohertz. Now I'll go to multi-frequency. All right, listen to all that stuff. The only thing I'm changing is frequency here. It's calling it iron pretty much in multi 2. Multi 3, not even hitting it. I'll go to field program here. Multi 1. It's giving me a low tone there. 11. 11. Multi 2. It's hitting it. Multi 2. It's hitting it really good. Multi 2. Multi 3. No. Not going to do it. 4 kilohertz. No. Not going to hit it. 10 kilohertz. No. Not doing very good. 15 kilohertz. Getting a lot of EMI on 15 kilohertz. 20 kilohertz should do really good right here. 20 kilohertz is doing really good on that gold right there. 40 is doing the best. Look at that. Really good there. Multi one. Pretty much it calls it iron and multi-frequency, or it doesn't even hit it. It's just so small. It's such a fine gold necklace there, and a gold pendant. This is the first piece of gold I found with the Nokta Legend right there. In the trash. That's where you're gonna find gold at, is in the trash. I don't find this stuff where the people haven't been, right? You're gonna find the gold where the trash is at. You gotta dig the junk out, right? I can do a test with the gold, the silver jewelry too. And once you have a mass target, it's all different, man. You know, the mid frequencies, I like staying around 15 to 20 kilohertz. That frequency works really good on pretty much most machines for jewelry. The lower frequencies, like I just showed you, the lower frequencies are just not working on the small jewelry. And there's so much small jewelry out there, it's just crazy. You just got to dig out a lot of junk, you know, clean the surface trash out, and you'll start finding jewelry once you start cleaning the surface targets out. And put a small coil on, start just hitting on a lot of targets. Mid-conductive targets, you know, that's really where the jewelry's at, the mid-tones. And if you want coins, you know, the lower frequencies you're going to do well if your soil will permit it. And like I said, the more targets that you get out of the ground, that you dig out of the ground, the more you're going to learn. If you have a big coil on and you're only digging out, you know, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 targets out per hour, you're really not going to learn very fast. A good way to learn a machine, put a very small coil on it and then dig a lot of targets out to know how to push the buttons faster and to dial it in and whatnot. Well, thank you for watching.